The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Because you can't drink and talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas's live
midday beer-centered show,
Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch. Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras
and Josh Stewart.
All right, everybody, welcome in to another fabulous Texas Thursday. I'm a little off-center there on my camera. Hold on. Can I adjust that on the fly? Oop, that's the wrong way. There we go. Ooh, look at me. Centered. Hey, everybody, welcome to Liquid Lunch. My name is Josh Stewart. With me as mostly Catherine Contreras is in hot pursuit currently. How are you, Catherine?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well.
I miss you guys.
Well, yeah, we missed you too. And Happy New Year.
Dad joke?
Listen, I've got so many of those just in the chamber ready to go. But
are Jules and Kennedy still together?
Yeah, we're gonna
Burning
questions answered today. But before we get into all of that, welcome into the studio our guest all the way from New Braunfels, Texas. Beautiful New Braunfels, Texas. If Kennedy's ready to take the shot. Ready to take the shot. And it's boom! Kelly Meyer, Nathan Reed, what's up? Nathan and Kelly, how are you?
Okay, how's it going?
How is it going? Well, that's the question we're here to ask you guys. How is it going?
Going fantastic for us.
Yeah. We just bottled up a really fun beer this morning right before we got on the call with you and ready to drink something now. Yeah, we're having a good time today.
Yes, we are. It's a big weekend this weekend, or starting tonight, right? You've got a big release tonight, starting tonight?
Yep. I'll let Nathan tell you what the beer is. He made it, but we, part of our bottle club, we try to have some exclusive things in there, and so we put this together basically exclusively for the bottle club and had a little bit left to share with some of our customers for the weekend. So,
yeah, we do a seasonal fruited series quite a bit. Whatever fruit is in season, we will go get a boatload of it and then put some of it in our beer. And this last summer, we went out and picked, 500 pounds of prickly pears? 530 pounds of prickly pear. I think I still have some prickly pear spines in my hands from those trips. But we had a keg left over that we decided we wanted to do something fun with. And so we dry hopped a prickly pear sour with mandarin and Bavaria hops. So kind of a nice citrusy hops. So I never seen a dry hopped fruited sour quite like that one. And that's what
Hold on, we're going to have to... Hold on, y'all. Let me mute that real quick. I got to figure out how to mute. And you're going to have to go through all that again.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to mute Catherine.
You guys are muted right now, sorry.
Catherine on the run is literally, currently she's running.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull it over. I had it all figured out right here. I was
Why don't you introduce me?
oh, hey everybody, say hi to, there's Kennedy.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Kennedy.
Or what's new?
See, I'm not allowed to speak until
Till spoken to?
no, I'm not allowed to speak until we play that song.
Oh, well then, hey.
So, yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right.
It's nice to be here.
Is it? Oh, I know.
Yeah. Oh, that's man.
I don't know.
That was weird.
I don't know what I did.
That's no.
Huh? You don't want that?
The shot you have right up of me right down in that. Oh, that's better.
I'm just trying to figure out the sound.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it still bad?
No, it's all good. We're all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
I like it's good when we're all good.
I think, did everybody leave? Nope. Let's see. We're coming back. All right.
No.
So let's see. Catherine, are you there? Let's see. Let's unmute Catherine.
I think you killed everybody. I think you...
No, I didn't. Catherine, you're still there, right? Oh, wait, no.
No,
I
I
muted
think-
everybody. There we go. Catherine's still there. Okay. But she's driving down the road.
Yeah. Apparently with the phone hanging outside the window.
Yes. All right, we're going to figure this
And
out.
I think you dropped the other call.
No. He jumped off and then came back. So let's do this.
Oh, yeah, they're back.
Yeah.
I see movement.
You let me know when everybody's framed up right.
Everybody's good.
Everybody? All right.
Well, I still camera. Catherine, I think, has her camera off.
Yeah, she has her camera off.
Yeah.
But there we go. All right, guys. There we go. I just muted.
All right,
you.
we're good now.
Finally.
We're good.
All right, now you just get to see a picture of my kids in the background from like 7 years
No
ago.
one can really
10
see
years
it
ago.
though, so it's fine.
That's fine. Okay. All right, so guys, let's take it back and let's talk about the release again because I think we live show, it happens. Let us talk about the release for this weekend. Remember all that stuff you said? Are they hearing me? Okay, hold on. Maybe not. Hold on.
Let you have look NR.
Yeah.
It's muted.
Do I?
Turn around, look at the monitor.
Oh, that's not how it's supposed to be. Hold on.
It says muted on there.
All right, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, hey.
Hey!
There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I messed that up. All right. Now, from the top, remember all that stuff you said? Say all that again about the release this weekend.
Sure, yeah, sorry about all that.
This is a kick-ass beer. You should fucking drink it.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Now, listen.
we got the counter. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to...
Wait.
So yeah, I don't know how much of that got cut out, but I was saying we do a seasonal beer with different fruits that are available year round. So essentially, whatever's in season that year, we'll get as much of it as we can. And earlier this summer, we picked 530 pounds of prickly pear fruit from a local Texas rancher's property. Cut up all that fruit, put it in a beer. It's called Saison de Figue de Barberie, the barbed fig, which is prickly pear in French. And then, so for a special release, we do this thing called the Waffle House series. Is that what we're calling it?
Chateau series. But
Chateau series, yeah. And so, this beer is that Fig de Barberie, the prickly pear sour, that we then dry hopped at the rate of 2 pounds per barrel, so pretty heavily dry hopped with Mandarin and Bavaria. So a nice kind of interesting sort of almost citrusy, but not quite hop. And we're real excited about the flavor profile. Those two flavors play very nicely together. But I hadn't seen a dry hopped prickly pear. I haven't seen a prickly pear sour, period. But certainly not a dry hop. This is gonna be a fun beer for people to put in their face.
Yeah. All right, so you said y'all harvested the prickly pears. So you went out into fields with cacti and rattlesnakes and...
in August. So,
Yeah. I almost died. I forgot to take water the first time we went. And I fell down a couple times. It was an exciting event. But hey, anything for the beer.
Yeah.
We'll sacrifice what we need to.
So, all right, describe the flavor of prickly pear. I know they're kind of purple, right? They're
very purple.
Very purple.
Yeah. To me, prickly pear kind of tastes like a cross between a berry and a beet. And it sounds weird, but it's got kind of a nice earthy quality that's surprising. That I don't think people expect. And the rate that we fruit our beers, which is minimum 4 pounds per gallon, you really get a nice expression of what that beer can do. Kelly poured some here, and I don't know if you can see
Yeah, look at that.
the color on that beer. It's pretty red.
No, that's
And
beautiful.
my motto is all the best beers are pink, so this one certainly falls into that category.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful visually beautiful beer, and I think that's a huge part of it. So when you see that placed in the glass in front of you, proper glassware, right, start out of the bottle, an awesome looking bottle placed in front of you, and then the hard work that went into it. All of that, to me, all of that adds to the enjoyment, right? Kennedy, do you feel the same way?
I do. The pinker, the better.
That's
Beers, right?
yeah, we're talking beers.
Of course.
All right. So, you know what we haven't done? We should do our segment where we talk about what we do on this show.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is...
I'm with you. I'm
It's
with
time
you.
for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
So today on the show, we do have a new Braunfels beer. It's not Pickle Fucker, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
it's
this-
not fucker?
No, it's not pickle fucker.
How did you have us on your show and not have Pickle Fucker? Pickle Fucker's a staple.
You know, I saw pickle fucker on tap at Brew 30, which is a place here by my house here in Cyprus. If
Yeah.
anybody's there, Tiffany and Melinda over there. Tiffany with the beer side, and then Melinda with the rock food truck. We're going to be there actually next week for Interbrew self-promotion, shameless self-promotion. But a fantastic spot here in the greater Cyprus area.
This is going to be hard to keep up with.
What's that?
The fucker counter.
Fucker counter? No, I feel like I think we're accurate, right? I think
So far we. I should have brought I should have brought like a paper and
we need somebody.
a notebook or something.
Maybe in the Facebook chats. I see Chris Spradley's there.
Does someone want to be the official fucker
Yeah.
counter?
Fucker counter? Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Sorry. Yeah. And then Brock and Sylvia. Hey, Sylvia. Sylvia actually, she wrote out pickle fucker in the chat. I don't know if that counts as another one.
You just said it, so that counts.
Yeah, but when I say pickle fucker, does it actually? That's its own thing. But the fact that she wrote pickle fucker, shouldn't that be?
Yeah, we'll count it. Why
Okay,
not?
so we're at 14.
Yeah, we're at 14 fuckers. Oops.
15.
For us, we're awesome.
Yeah, and then the three of us on the screen there. Is that an additional 18? Does that makes 18?
What?
Additional 3?
Well, no. It only counts when you say the word.
Okay. Well, we don't. Just
Or any f bomb. It doesn't just have to be fucker.
well, we're talking about a beer there. That's why it's FKR. It's not a.
I'm including it to all expletives.
But that's not a swear. That's just the name of a beer,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
I don't think it's a bad word.
No, it's just.
I don't either.
It's the name of a beer.
yeah.
And it's exciting too because when we have to keep it PG whenever we're at events, we call it pickle flicker, which I think is a little bit worse than pickle fucker. But
Well,
like your pickle, that's up to you.
Would you? Yeah, I would rather somebody full on.
You want someone to fuck your pickle?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go with, I don't want you to flick my pickle at all, ever. There's
Well, come on.
I don't know that there's
I mean-
ever a time where it's appropriate just to flick somebody's pickle.
I'm back. I don't know if that matters, but
No, it does matter.
I robbed my phone. It fell to the back of the car.
Oh, okay,
So.
it's better than what.
That's driving.
Yeah. Were you dodging bullets or?
No, okay, so I borrowed my stepdad's car today because I have so many children that my mom can't fit them into her own car. So I have to switch cars with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to adjust the mirror, and the mirror fell off. And then in panic, my phone just slid to the back of the car.
Yeah, no, that's typical. That's a typical. That happens.
It was a real pickle fucker.
Oh, I wasn't prepared.
No.
That's why we need an official counter.
Yeah.
Man, we need someone to do this.
Yeah. So.
This is a lot of work.
Oh, Sylvia is clamoring. Maybe not clamoring, but she really wants to know how Pickle Fucker got its name and the story behind said beer.
So it was actually brewed originally as a 3-gallon experimental, just put on draft for fun. And I literally never intended it to be anything. And so I had that term for some reason in my head. This happens to me sometimes when I just creatively, like, I come up with something, I don't know where it came from, and like, whatever, I'm gonna run with it, I think it's great. And I remembered later that I had heard it from Clerks 2. So it is actually a Clerks 2 reference, but at the time I didn't remember that.
Okay. Yeah. Clerks 2. There you go.
I don't remember which one it is.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
One of the Clerks.
It's a Clerk movie.
Yeah. That's actually, I think, Clerks 1 on Netflix currently. Do we have a Netflix counter?
Netflix.
Yeah.
No, one counter a day is enough for me.
Okay.
I have a hard time with this one.
Yeah. No. It's almost legal. The
What do you mean almost legal?
fucker counter is almost to 21. Oh, wait. There you go. Legal drinking age for the counter. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about what we're drinking. Kennedy, since you brought said beer in, why don't you tell us what it is, and then we'll let the guys talk about it because they
Okay.
Made it.
All right. So first of all, since we had New Braunfels Brewing Company on air, I decided to
Go on.
get a New Braunfels beer.
Yeah.
So I have, here we go.
Hold it up.
Wait,
Beautiful bean footage.
I am.
Go.
Hold on. I got to get to my control panel.
Oh,
There we go.
sorry.
All right. Das Local, New Braunfels Brewing Company. Can you guys tell us more about this beer?
Go for it, Nathan.
So yeah, I was saying before we got on air here that I believe that's blend 5 that you have there.
It is blend 5, yes.
Every time we do Das Local, we tend to, so that's our blonde bean that we then have put in contact with red wine lees. And the fun thing about that beer is that every time we make it, it gets a different red wine lees variety. So I think it should say the variety on the label of that bottle. It's blend 5. It's far enough back that I can't remember exactly what we used. But every time we make it, we use a different varietal, so it's got a different character to it, which is a lot of fun. And I was saying that in October, it was my 2-year anniversary of being the brewer here at New Braunfels, and that beer was one of the very first ones that I had really a hand in, that we from labeling and making it and putting it on the lees and kind of doing all the stuff with it. But Kelly really threw me in the deep end right when I started. Here, make some beer with red wine lees. I'm like, well, all right, let's go.
So, okay, so how does that work? Oh, wait, he's still. I think we got a little bit of Skype. Did you drop it too much?
No, it.
Oh God! Whoa!
You got a gusher there?
He does.
We got a
Well, he
gusher.
banged it against the thing a couple times. No, not on the carpet. This room's gonna smell like. Well, it's gonna smell like beer, and I'm gonna need another shower. He just seriously, you just showered me, man, right in my face.
Did I?
Squirted right in the face.
I will say,
Not the first time you've said that.
most of our beers is a good rule of thumb to open very gently because they're naturally carbonated in the bottle.
Yes.
Sometimes you get a little excited. So
Yeah, and the way is it gushing everywhere?
Kinda.
Go grab some paper towels.
Hold on.
Jeez, or pour it all in the glass.
yes, yeah.
Jeez,
I can only do so many things.
I know. Ruin the rug. That's the main thing right now.
We should say fucker like 20 times right now so we can get the
Oh,
counter.
God.
It's gonna be all sticky now.
Somebody else is going to have to keep track of the fuckers.
That's two.
Yeah.
That's two. Somebody online. Somebody. Hey, Rudy. Rudy just jumped on. Everybody say hey to Rudy. Jules. Hey, Jules. Ha! Beat Kennedy to that. Who else? Jeffrey and Matthew. Hello, everybody. Joining us today from various points in the greater Texas area. So,
All right, I'll get a paper towel in a second, but for now I want to enjoy this beer.
okay. Look at that. This one, this beer, not pink. Hey, when you're using wine lees, is there any type of I don't know, legal restrictions or anything like that? Is it I guess is that pre-fermented, or how does all that work?
Yeah, wine leaves is essentially, if you're a home brewer, like that yeast cake you get at the end of brewing that you will transfer off of.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially with wineries, it's the same thing. So it's their yeast, a little bit of particles of the grape skins, obviously, color, a little bit of wine.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, the way TABC works it, as long as it's under 50% of that product, so it's 49 or less, and it's still beer, and we can kind of do whatever we want within reason.
Okay, so you can put pretty much anything in beer as long as it's below 50%, so that it's still that's the threshold is 50%, so it's still beer.
Right, 49 or less. So
40.
we make a beer that we blend pickle juice into called Pickle Fucker. I don't know if you've heard of that one. So
Yeah.
obviously we do that.
Well, and then we released a Goza called Jose the Rose Goza, which is, I think we skirt the edge of 49% wine to 51% beer. That's a rosé that we got from William Chris Winery up in Fredericksburg that we blended basically 50-50, 49-51 with a nice light sour wheat Berliner Weiss that we made. Add a little bit of salt to it, and that's a real nice summer truck.
I was going to say, when does that one come out? That sounds fantastic.
It came out last year. You guys got it in Houston predominantly at Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm.
And then we still have some, because obviously when we make a beer like that, we bought a lot of wine, and so it's a beer that will age forever. When 3 will come back to Houston, probably in the spring, we'll bring it back out of the cellar.
Okay, back in spring when it's 90 degrees again here in Houston. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's we have a lot of summer type beer drinking weather, so we need
it's 75 here today.
Yeah, so we need more of those. So that's what is the ABV on that one? So it goes typically as low. Wine.
Well, we went with wine, so it's going to be quite a bit higher. It's around 7%.
7. Okay. So could be dangerous. I mean, it's so drinkable, and then yeah.
How's that DOS Local holding up? That's some of our older bottles are. It's kind of interesting to see what they do out in the wild.
Well, it smells like Kennedy's thumb. He had that right down in the bottle, so that's. It's well, okay. Let me. And I apologize for my lack of beer vocabulary or tasting vocabulary. On the aroma, Kennedy, put your nose in there. What do you get? I know.
right,
Talking to my last episode of Interbrews that just came out this week was with Randy Mosier, and of course he wrote the book on tasting beer. So shameless self-promotion right there. Is there a counter for that one yet? Did you know you have flavor receptors in your bones?
Your bones?
In your bones?
Are you sure you don't mean your bone?
No, your bones have flavor receptors.
Oh, okay.
And how they interact with everything, we're not quite sure. But when you taste something really, really delicious, you're like, I can feel it in my bones or whatever. That's part of that. Yeah. But anyway, he also talked about how you're supposed to. Who's going to check it though, right?
He might have been fucking with you.
Oh, damn it.
He wouldn't do that. No, he might. He probably would. No. But he's got a new book coming out in a year and a half that he's researching now, and it's like a deep dive into the science of tasting and flavor perception and all that kind of stuff. So he'll talk about the bones then. But I get oak for sure, and a little bit of, I guess, would there be like, is that the Brett kind of aroma?
The natural
like
kind of
what do they call it?
yeast.
No, they say like horse blanket. I don't know. I've been on a horse like twice, so I don't really know what their blankets smell like.
Like a farm addict or something like that.
A farm addict, like somebody who's addicted to farms,
Yeah.
or attic,
Attic.
like in the top.
I did say addict, didn't I?
Sound like you said addict.
I did.
I don't know.
Well, it's a thing.
Okay.
One of the fun things about that beer in particular and some of the stuff we're doing now is, like, when I first started, I kind of was just giving our house culture to play with. And like, all right, here it is. This is what it does. And we use it in all the beer we make now. Back then we made a couple of clean beers, but we've since gone completely sour. And so the house culture definitely controlled me at that point. Where it's like, all right, I'm going to do whatever I want, and you just go along for the ride. But in the 2 years that I've been here, and with the different styles of beer we've made and the things we've made, I've really been able to kind of bring that house culture to bear, where I can bring out some of that Brett character, the horse blanket, and the more funky stuff. Or if I go another direction, I can bring out some more of the acidity or the tartness. And so it's really through kind of experience and trial and error and just sort of collaboration with Kelly, we'll come up with an idea, and then we'll go ahead and make the beer. We can really kind of bring that to bear. So this one is still about as wild as our house culture got. I hadn't done anything to really tame it. And so you probably are going to get a lot of Brett. There may be a little, like some different levels of acidity in there.
I was going to say, it just got me in the jowls a little bit. Not as acidic as, say, like you think of like with pickle fucker. But it got me just like, it was like a subtle, like, grab my jowl. Right.
Well, so the next time you talk to Randy Mosher, you should talk to him about where different levels of acidity or different types of acidity hit your palate. One of the things that I consider a flaw in our beer to some extent if it's too expressive is if you have acetic acid. If it tastes too much like vinegar, something went wrong. So acetic acid almost burns your throat, it's so harsh. Whereas you have other types of acid, like lactic acid, which is more of a soft acidity, which is still going to be very tart, but it's one of the ones that we really want to present. We want more lactic acid acidity. And then with things like wine we use and some of the fruit we use, you get another type of acidity called malic acid. And malic acid tends to be more present in fruit, and that hits your palate, to me, kind of like mid-range. It's not quite the soft acidity of lactic, and it's certainly not as harsh as acetic, but that malic acid kind of rolls through there. And so what we try to do now with all the beers we've made, and even back then, was balance those levels of acidity out. So some level of acetic acid is appropriate, but not too much. And in a beer like Pickle Fucker, where there's actually like vinegar added, you're still going to get some of that acetic acidity. Sorry, I'm kind of geeking out here, but just talking about these different levels of acidity and where they hit. That's why you feel it in your jowls. That's really where I get lactic acid acidity.
No, I like it. I like it when you go deep on acid. It's I like that nerd talk because I try to read some of these brewing books and it just kind of I don't know that my brain has the capacity to handle all that information. So that's why I like talking to you smart guys. And I'm like, I just nod and act like I understand. And then people, like by association, people are like, dude, you know a lot about beer. It's like, I know a lot of people that know a lot about beer.
Just stand next to them.
Yeah, I stand next to them and by proxy, get a little bit of that rub. You know, not a flick, just a little bit of a rub.
All right.
Huh?
So we just had 2 more pickle fucker comments,
Oh, really?
and then I just said pickle fucker, so that's
Is that 2 more?
That's 2 more, so I got to add 4.
Janae says that pickle fucker is her all-time favorite.
All time.
That's
a compliment.
yes.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I mean, anytime anybody says that, right? I mean, that's about any beer. That's pretty awesome. That it's their all-time, because that's a commitment. It's a commitment.
Would this be a good time to tell my pickle fucker story?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Yeah. Here's a little bit of okay. Go, Kennedy.
Okay.
Do you need any background music?
Sure. Do you have background music?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Should've
So
mentioned it earlier.
Kelly, in October, my girlfriend Julie, hi Julie, she's watching, and we're in Berlin, as in Berlin, Germany, and we went to this craft beer bar called the Berlin Beer Academy, and there's a little picture of it, and so as we're sitting inside, it was cold. Feet were hurting. We're just sitting there admiring the view and look up on the wall and we see a bunch of bottles. Well, that's the shot of what we saw on the wall. And if you go in for a little closer inspection, you'll see, ba-bam. You'll see a pickle fucker and a Saison de Electra.
Wow.
Just sitting in a random bar in Berlin, Germany.
That's funny.
That is pretty cool.
Have y'all been to Berlin? Did y'all drop those there yourself, or was that?
We didn't, but I've had a few people that have bought beer to take back, and so I know for a fact some has gone to Germany. I don't know if that's where that may have come from, but I know there's one guy that had told me he was going to Germany and he wanted to pick up beer specifically to do that. So I'm sure that happens some other times too.
It makes sense, right? It's kind of is that meta? That's not meta. It's just full circle, right? Where like the German immigrants came to America, settled in the New Braunfels region, right? New Braunfels is a historically German town.
Other people from Old Braunfels that came here, yeah.
Yeah, the Old Braunfels. Where's Old Braunfels? Do they call it Old Braunfels or
Germany?
Why don't they Germany? But like, is it near Berlin? I don't know either. Somebody Google that.
I think German geography is a little rusty these days.
Yeah, well, we got the new one. Why would you mess with that old shit when you got the new one?
Busted up old Germany.
Yeah. Old musty Braunfels. We got the new one over here, man. Braunfels 2.0. Who needs old Braunfels? I wonder what they do over there. I wonder if they brew beer over in old Braunfels.
Hey, you could say that I'm so old I remember when it was just Braunfels.
Right. It was just Braunfels.
Could say that.
Yeah. Somebody Google. Hey Jody, and who else is on today? Linda. Hey Linda, and everybody else. Danny.
Yeah.
Danny from Dallas.
Sylvia just gave herself a ding.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said she mixed pickle fucker with Crime from Stone Brewing, and it was insanely good.
Insanely good.
Yeah.
From Crime and Punishment?
Oh, Crime and Punishment?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we had several requests from regulars to do a peppered version of Pickle Fucker, and so we started with jalapenos, and as a bottle only, tap room only release, that was called Hell Yeah, and it's kind of a funny story. So jalapenos, we put them in, people are like, oh, this is great, but it's not hot enough. You got to do something else. And so then I put serranos in, and that one was called Zero Fucks Giving. And people were like, this is good, but it's not hot enough. I was like, all right. So then we did one with habaneros that we called
Fuck yeah.
Fuck Yeah. And people were still like, you know what, this isn't hot enough. And I was getting kind of angry at this point, so I was like, you know what, fuck you guys, fuck your mother. And then we did one with Carolina Reapers that we actually called Fuck Your Mother. Limited release. But yeah, I could see that the peppers had a nice level of complexity to it.
Oh, you're killing me.
Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reapers, yeah, I think I put 6 in a 5-gallon batch. You couldn't drink a glass this size without it hurting your face. Like you were feeling it for a while afterwards.
Are those the hottest?
Yes, the Carolina Reapers.
The Carolina Reapers.
Yeah.
They were. I think there might be one hotter now, but for the longest time they were the hottest pepper in the world. Yeah.
I know there's
one as well.
Ghost fucker.
Ghost fucker. Yeah.
Oh, the ghost pepper. Yeah, the ghost pepper. They're up there too. And there's like the scorpion pepper or something like that. I don't know. Once it gets above habanero, it's just like, it makes my face go numb. So, I don't know.
The trick with all those is finding the balance, because no beer is fun to drink when it's out of balance, and so you have to find out just how many peppers you can put into where it's still fun to drink without burning your face off. I didn't do that with Fuck Your Mother at all. That one I was like, screw you, this is all the peppers we're going.
Burning all your faces.
Yeah, all your faces. It'd be like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where everybody melts.
And your mom's. That's how hot it was. She wasn't even there. That's how hot it was. So, but you could.
What are the days like when you're having to like sample these beers, trying to get the balance right with all those peppers?
They can be kind of fun. The worst part is I did it twice, and the second time was absolutely my fault, and I was dumb because I did it. But I have to de-gas the kegs, and so all the CO2 pressure that's in the keg after I put the peppers in there comes out and blows right in your eyeballs, and it's essentially like being maced.
Yeah.
Kelly came in one day and I was all puffy and red. I was like, what the hell do you do? I was like, oh, I maced myself with Carolina Reaper juice. Garbage keg. That was not my proudest moment, but that's when you know the balance is too far.
That's old school test. That's the old Braunfels test for beer balances. If you go blind, dial it back. Yeah, I would imagine it also. I imagine it also gets in your beard too, like beards.
Oh, yeah, a spicy beard.
Yeah, and then you like scratch your beard and rub your eye a little bit later. I bet you that's the best parts. A little surprise, like Carolina Reaper in your eye.
Yeah. The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, beards are a mixed bag. Like they look great, right? Right, Nathan. You and I can probably.
Yeah. It's just the good style. Yeah.
Yes, and and fried eggs are the greatest thing ever. Maybe, I don't know. Sylvia thinks pickle fucker's the best thing ever, but fried eggs are up there too. Anyway, mixing beards and fried eggs, it's a mixed bag. It stays with you.
Fried eggs, milkshakes, drippy things in general. Yeah, it's not good.
Anything that like solidifies.
I knew you were going to say some shit. I'd like to retract that previous statement.
All the drippy things.
All the drippy things.
Yeah, anything that solidifies in there and you don't realize. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. All the drippies. Anything you got to explain later.
Yeah, exactly.
I swear it's fried egg. That's all I say. Just always go fried egg. But all right. No, okay, so the release this weekend it goes all weekend, right? The event is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Look at that. Okay, 4 to 9 this evening. So hang out here with us. Maybe finish up some work, I suppose. And then at 4, if you're in the New Braunfels area, you go to. All right, thank you. Why are you doing that? Placing the cursor right in front of where I need to be. And then tomorrow, kick off your weekend. Well, this is kind of the kickoff to the weekend, but tomorrow, 2 to 10. Saturday, 11 a.m., 10 p.m., and Sunday, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Do we have football on this weekend? We have football. The playoffs only on Sunday, right? Or is there a game on Saturday?
This is a way better event to attend. I would much rather go see.
No. You can you watch football in the tap room? Is there a TV?
I mean, do you want to?
I mean,
there's not. But we do have complimentary Wi-Fi, so if you want to watch it on your phone, you can certainly do that.
We've had people do that. Bring their iPads. sit out here and watch it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best option, right? Because when you go to a tap room, you want to interact with people. Mm-hmm. But if everybody's watching a game, it's just kind of a distraction. Even like, I'm not that big of a football fan.
It's not a sports bar.
No, but I don't know. I mean, whatever. All right, fine. Don't watch it. I don't care.
I'm not a sports fan. So
You're more of an anti-sports guy.
well, how about that?
I'm trying to message Catherine. That's why I'm a little bit distracted here.
Oh, it's cool.
All right. So anybody that's not been to New Braunfels Brewing Company in New Braunfels, not Old Braunfels,
You're missing out.
yeah. What does everybody need to know? Because we have a lot of people here in Houston. We've got Dallas viewers currently. We got some people out in West Texas watching now. I just saw. When they're coming through New Braunfels, what do they need to know? Like, what are some of your best beers, or what are the things they need to make sure they try?
Well, we specialize in everything we do is mixed culture, so it's all going to be like sour beers. I personally think the best things that we make are Saison Day series, which is barrel-aged Blondine, re-fermented with seasonally available fruit, kind of like the base beer of this, and it rotates all the time. So whatever we've got seasonally available that's new and fresh, we'll use. We still have the Fig de Barbary, we still have the Roncy, which is raspberry blackberry, but like our peaches, our clementine, like those are the most fun for me, and I would definitely recommend taking a look at those. Nathan may have a different choice.
No, our Saison series is very solid. We get a lot of people who come in and really enjoy like the Das Local that you're drinking there. Some of the more wine forward ones, because a lot of folks have never really experienced a beer that can also have a little bit of wine character. Mm-hmm. There's a toy store right next door to us, and a lot of times the husbands will come in here to have a beer while the wives and kids are over shopping at the toy store. The husband won't like any of the beer we have, but when the wife comes to pick him up, she's like, "Oh, wine!" And then we'll try some of our beers, and we'll end up taking a case home. I'm not trying to be like gender normative or anything, but it's just how it happens. But anyways,
it's beer for bitches, yo.
I was gonna say it all. But the wine beers I think are really exciting, and a lot of them we have really transcend the idea that people have as far as beer goes and what it can be. And that Das Local you have, maybe getting a little long in the tooth. I still think it's probably pretty good, but we just released a Das Local with, what were the leaves we used for that one?
That was the Black Spanish Thomas.
Yeah, so we actually got like the actual grapes left over from the Black Spanish harvest here. That was Dry Canal Creek?
No.
Lost Rock?
Now you messed me up. I can't remember.
The local winery, and the fun thing with that is that I actually put unfermented wort in on top of the grapes and let whatever wild culture was on the grapes ferment the beer out. So it's a totally different character than some of our other beers, but it can showcase what the wild yeast on different fruits can do and what they can bring to the table. So a lot of that stuff never leaves the tap room. So you can come in, and if you like more wine forward things or more fruit forward things, or we've got a barrel-aged Blondine that's evanescent that's fantastic. There's really a wide range, and we can certainly take you on a journey if there's something that you like. If you don't like things that are too tart, or you like things a little more tart, there's all kinds of good stuff. But it's worth stopping in just because of the selection we have, for sure. That's not available in most other places.
What are fermentation temperatures and things like that? What are the wild local yeast? What are they into? Like what's their personality? What do they like to ferment at?
Well, because they're from Texas, they like it a little hot. So most normal beers will ferment anywhere between like 65 and 70. Ours kind of like it in about 72 to 76. We get some nice flavor expression. So not super warm, but definitely warmer than the average.
Okay, that makes sense though, right? I mean, that's what they're used to. That's what they're comfortable with.
Exactly, yeah.
And so it really is like it's a cool thought. You know, when you think, I don't know how many of our viewers are into like sour and wild fermented and that sort of thing, wild cultures. But it really is like when you hear about I don't know, like wine, they talk about terroir, like the flavor of the land and all that kind of. That's what you're doing. I love that. It's really another level of getting into the beer and the
one of the the big sour brewer in Texas, everybody knows, is Jester King, and Jester King does a lot of stuff with terroir. They have captured the yeast. They've got a cool ship where the yeast and cool night air can kind of blow over and open vat of wort, and they do a lot of things with that, and it's fantastic. They do some really neat things with that. But their wild culture that they've captured, even, what are they, 30 miles, 40 miles north of here?
Maybe 40, yeah.
Is completely different than ours, even right here. And we did the same thing to capture our yeast. We put out some unfermented wort and let just whatever wild yeast and bacteria that was in the air fall into that. And when we found one that we liked, we kind of cultivated it along. So even within a 40-mile stretch of distance here, you get a completely different terroir. So it's that hyper-local. And one of the things that we like to celebrate is the locality of what we do. So all of the fruit we use is local Texas fruit for the most part. There's a couple of things where it just doesn't grow in Texas, but we still want to make it. But when we can, it's all as local as it can possibly get. The yeast is very local. So when you talk about terroir, when you come and taste New Braunfels beer, that's the taste of New Braunfels.
Put that on the T-shirt.
Wow, we should put that on a billboard.
Yeah, we should. That's the stupidest thing I've ever said.
But it's not.
I did say dripping things earlier. Yeah, that might be the stupidest thing I ever said.
I mean, the fact that you hit like the top 2 in one show, that's that's pretty spectacular. You know, the top 2 dumbest things ever. No, but it's not though. That's the thing. It's like it's not. It's really, when you really start thinking about that. I mean, how better to get to know a place than to put it in you? So that's right. Kennedy, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
I don't think anyone.
No.
It's just me. It's just me.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, obviously that's your experience here. You do that with wine. You do that with food. Like, you want that local experience of the area. So it is unique to what we do here in New Braunfels, and I think it really represents uniquely in our beer in a cool way. It has a story to tell for what we do.
Yes. Okay. So the fruits, the wild yeast. What as far as like food pairing? So it's going to be a bit different than more, say, like traditional styles, I would imagine, just because the elements of the beer are different. But do you have any like your favorite food pairings with any of your beers? Like you would just say, oh, you got to try that. Like
the obvious one, since we're on a pickle fucker kick today, is pickle fucker and deviled eggs. I had that at an event, and I was amazed at how it worked. It was great.
Yeah.
But,
Well, it is the dill that makes the deviled eggs.
I think it's the bacon, but yeah.
You don't always have bacon though.
I do.
yeah.
But yeah, as far as some of the other stuff, like obvious food pairings, you have a baked fish with that very subtle naughty blend 6 is just unreal. It's the way that VSN 6 is kind of like a blend of a wine, a sour beer, and orange juice, and so it's wide open of what you can do. I think all of our beers kind of screen for food pairings. It's really more what we design them for, with the acidity and the dry palate. It just works really well to pair with food flavors.
I had some really nice Thai food the other day, and my wife and I cracked open a bottle of Launch to Braunfels, which is a relatively new beer for us, but it's based on a beer out of northern France where they actually will filter the wort through hay. So we got hay from a local farmer out here, and we filter the beer through the hay before it goes over into the kettle, and it adds like a really nice grassiness, earthiness to it, and that mixed with like the fresh basil and all the other like really intense flavors you got in the Thai food was fantastic. I really, that was a nice food pairing. So
Yeah. Little roll in the hay there.
roll in the hay.
Yeah. That's that's not the first time I've heard of hay being used like as a filter, right? Almost like a filter type, like randled through hay. I don't know how you describe it again.
That's almost exactly it. Yeah, the mash tun acts like a big filter, kind of like a randle, and when all that beer kind of filters down through the grain bed and then through the hay after that, it picks up all that character, and it's amazing to me how much that survives through the brewing process. But part of the reason we did that is I really geek out on historical styles, and so way back in the day, before they had a lot of stainless steel or anything else they do, in order to help the filtration of the beer, if they were trying to make a really clear beer, they put hay in the bottom of the mash, and that would help sort of filter out some of the particulate in the beer and get under the clearer beer. But it also obviously affected the flavor. So
Yeah. Our buddy James Carlisle at Whole Foods Brewing Company, he did a saison with hay. Called it a hay-son.
Nice.
And really good beer. Yeah. You ever?
How about that? Say, hey, son.
I don't know. Are there different types of hay? Like,
Well, yeah, there's different types of grass. It's got to be
There
different
is,
types of hay.
So when we looked at it, we were able to get 2 different species, I guess. And so we actually researched the 2 to see which one actually worked the best for what we wanted to do. So we did pick the species of hay, but we didn't try the other kind. So I guess we didn't do side by side.
oh, yeah. So that would be.
Well, and again, to keep things local, there's only certain types of hay that will grow in Texas because it's so hot. So we couldn't do alfalfa, or we couldn't do like barley straw or things like that because they just don't grow here. And we wanted to use stuff that was from here. But who knows? They use a lot of different things in different areas. It's again that terroir.
Yeah, no, I like that. See, when you try to like culture, I tried to do an open fermentation here on a Hefeweizen once on top of my refrigerator.
Oh.
And turns out that when you cook bacon and stuff in the same kitchen, and it ended up tasting like a sweaty sock. And so I guess my terroir is sweaty gym sock.
Thank God you still have the radio show to fall back on.
There's that. Yes, this obviously. It's I don't know. I don't know what Houston would taste like in a glass. I feel like it would be if I had to put a finger on what Houston would taste like.
Swamp, sweat, petrochemicals.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
And
what if petrochemicals are some of the best tasting
and
things
carbon
we've ever
monoxide.
had? Yeah, like heavy traffic.
Yeah.
Tastes like heavy traffic and long commutes. I don't know.
We'll just hook up a hose to the end of the back of a car and bubble through the beer.
I'm so tired after having this beer. I don't understand. It's like it tastes all right, but 1 or 2 of those things, and I need a nap. I don't know. Carbon monoxide stout. It's fun.
You say that, but somebody's going to make it, and it's going to be a thing.
Yeah. Well, okay. Question: Any of the now what y'all are doing? This is what y'all are doing is kind of far out, but it's also like way back. So it's not like I wouldn't call it trendy, but it's different than what a lot of breweries do. But there are a lot of breweries out there doing some crazy stuff. Do you see any of these trends? Are y'all ever going to put like glitter in any of your like a barrel?
No.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong with trends like that. One of the things that's exciting about beer is that just watching where people take it and the directions they go with it. I'm never going to yuck anybody's yum. I think that's kind of the bad way to approach anything. If somebody likes it, great. I'm not going to tell them they're wrong. But we have, Kelly and I, one of the reasons we work so well together and it's been such a good partnership is that we have really similar sensibilities when it comes to what we like in beer. And so a lot of what we put out reflects what it is that we look for when we're drinking a beer. Like I've gone through almost a bottle of this while we're talking just because it's so good. But it's because we like it. And you know, I like IPAs, but I'm not the biggest IPA fan in the world. You can get very well-made IPA from just about any brewery, so we're never really going to do an IPA. And there are some things where it's just like, that seems kind of like it's just sort of a trendy thing that's going to be a brief little blip on the radar, and we don't really chase trends. We want to have something that's going to be, I mean, you're drinking a beer that's 2 years old, and there are still beers like that on the shelves, and the stuff we're making with an outlook to the future, like to enjoying it. You know, like we always say, buy a case and drink one a year, and that beer you have on the 12th year that you bought that case is going to be a completely different beer than you had when you first drank it, but it's going to be just as good. Yeah. So that we really look at the long game with that, and some of this stuff is fun in the moment, but are we going to be drinking glitter beers in 3 years? I kind of doubt it.
I don't know. What if the future is just glitter beers? What if in some weird, like we're in a weird time historically, we don't know what's going to happen.
Sour milkshake glitter IPAs. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
2025 is going to be the new hotness.
It's going to be the it beer. Glitter. What'd you say? Glitter milkshake. Sour beer? No, wait. What'd you say? Okay.
I didn't say anything.
Milkshake,
sour.
All right. Somebody get on that. Jeffrey, who's our He's our resident mad scientist. Get on that, man. He should try that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to try some different varietals of glitter. Where do you get your glitter? And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Terroir is a different glitter.
I mean, organic homegrown glitter for me.
Yeah. Where do you harvest glitter from?
I don't know, but I want my glitter to only be in pastels.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can roll with that.
Yeah. Now that's the next. When you're pairing glitter with, say, like a fruited beer, do you want the same color and like a flow, or do you want to try to go with contrast?
Oh, contrast all the way.
Yeah, we're contrasting.
Contrast.
Or do you go with multiple colors of glitter so that you catch that different color spectrum as it swirls through the glass?
Or does each bottle have a different color of glitter, and you have to buy them by the set?
And if you get the one with gold glitter, you get a free tour of the brewery or something.
There we go. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Have a collection.
Yeah.
I got all 5 colors.
Now my question is, what is glitter made of? That's you put in beer.
It's an element. I think it's on the chart.
Yeah.
It's E.
It's E.
It's E. It's made out of E.
Oh God! Get it out of here, please.
What is the atomic weight of glitter? But does it? Well, I mean, what is it made of? What is it made of? Like, is it sugar?
Well, sure, would dissolve, wouldn't it?
I have
No,
no.
I think it's plastic. I think it's just like little plastic confetti.
So you can't digest it, right?
Well, so I say that. I think there is like food grade glitter. I have no idea what it's made of. I don't think they're putting plastic in your beer to drink, but yeah, I don't know.
A little bit of plastic. We got a little bit of plastic in everything, right? I think
We're so old and out of touch. We don't know what glitter's made of.
I don't know, but I feel like would it digest, and if it doesn't, does it come out the same as it goes in? And it's almost like,
well, that would be worth it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that would be exciting.
like you had glittered objects coming out.
You'd be like, I got my DNA test back from Ancestry.com. Didn't say anything about my leprechaun heritage. Obviously.
Yeah.
Look at that. Boom.
It's the worst pot of gold in the world.
I mean.
Or you could like trick people and have nothing but gold glitter and tell them you got like, oh man, gold poop.
That's just what I said.
And
so he said the worst pot of...
Yeah.
You stepped on that joke.
Yeah, but you trick people into like thinking there's really gold and like they'll dig it out. Someone will dig it out.
Nobody will dig it out.
I don't want to meet the person who's digging through their own poop.
No. I saw that episode of Oz. Hard pass. Hard pass. What happened to that show? Yeah. Anyway. Anything else we need to discuss before we, wrap up the old interview and the show? What else you have going? You have anything coming up? I mean, obviously this weekend it's a big party, but what else? What do y'all got coming up in the future, event wise and things?
Well, so we're about 2 months away from our next bottle club shipment, which is obviously one of the cooler things that we do as a brewery. Because we're a brew pub, we can do one-offs and small releases. So like this one, Nathan and I were just kind of talking this week about what we were going to do as an exclusive release for them in March. So if you sign up now, you'll be on the list for the bottles in March. So
email list?
Yeah, you just email the brewery, go to Facebook, let us know. There should be a link on our website also. And then my wife runs that, so you'll end up talking to Lindsay, so be nice to her.
And I will say that one of my all-time favorite beers that we made here was a Bottle Club exclusive, because we kind of can just do whatever we want. And sometimes you can't do large volumes of this really exciting stuff, but we always let that really special stuff go for the Bottle Club. So it's if I didn't work here, I would join the Bottle Club, just because we put out some really cool stuff.
That's cool. That's cool. So join the email list. Foamyhead13 from YouTube says it's been a little while since he's been to the brewery, but he loves it and wants to get back soon. So our vast audience on YouTube,
bring it on, buddy.
They love them some new Braunfels Brewing. All right. Well, it's everybody. If you're out and about Hill Country, get a little Hill Country in you. We'll drive around. New Braunfels, way better than the old one. It's totally worth the visit. And you can go see Nathan and Kelly and the whole gang at New Braunfels Brewing Company, and get a little terroir in you. Sorry, there won't be any glitter beer, but it'll It'll be a sparkly experience regardless.
Well, we're definitely a BYOG establishment, so if you got something really, really needed to have happen.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Either you could bring it for the beer itself or just on you. I like to throw a little glitter on a weekend every once in a while, just to shimmer it up. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit by the eyes. Y'all ever do that? No, just me.
Snort up your nose.
A little bit. However you got to do it. Yeah. All right. So all the delicious beers, including the many mentioned pickle fucker. That can be found, I know, and numerous beers, the bottled beers here in the Houston area. I would imagine, is it all across Texas? Have you reached out all across? Are we just mainly...
We haven't gone west. We haven't found a great distributor pretty much anywhere past Fredericksburg, but we're all the way north, all the way down to Rio Grande Valley, and then all the way east. And then we're now in 5 other states as well.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
What other states are you in?
Louisiana, Florida, Indiana, California, and Oregon.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, Louisiana, I get. It's close right there. Florida, why not?
Fucker over there, by the way. I love that one.
I don't know why that doesn't surprise me at all.
The funny part is it did surprise my distributor. When we first went into Louisiana, he refused to pick that beer up because he was like, pickle juice beer? Nope, not doing it. And then I dropped some samples off in the market, basically told him he didn't have a choice, and now they're selling the shit out of it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
those Cajuns know how to party. But what made you decide like Indiana? That's what's the beer scene like in Indiana?
What we decided early on is that I kind of am in some of those cities that make sense, but really it was more distributor partnerships. Instead of picking a market that I felt our beer needed to be in, I wanted to pick a distributor that understood what we did, supported everything that we do, and I felt like had the ability to sell it. And there's a great distributor there in Indiana that we work with that handles a lot of unique brands, and just the relationship was right. And so we said, may not sell a ton of beer there, but let's get it in the hands of the people that want it, and if he's one of them, then let's do it. So they're our newest distributor, so we literally have only shipped them once, and I think it was November maybe. Okay. But yeah, they're definitely they've got it. They're doing well with it. That's where Upland is too. So that's another sour beer that's pretty popular.
Okay.
And they're in Indiana, so the beer's not as off the wall in a place like that as it would be in Longview, Texas, or something like that.
All right. No, I get it. Okay, cool. Indiana, there you go.
Who knew?
They're like drinking that like, who's your daddy? I don't know. Is that the state motto? I don't.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Anyway, all right. Okay, well, everybody.
It's kind of weak.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to talk about? What about like? I feel like we need to give some love to the Texas Craft Pack and the legislative session going on.
Is there a legislative?
Or it's coming up? Well, yeah. They've introduced 2 bills. What was it? Senate bill.
The government shut down.
That's the federal government.
It's state government, but it should be in May, I think, anyway. So we got a little time.
Okay, but there's been a couple of the bills introduced, correct? If I'm not, what were
I think there's breweries telling you to go. I know, and then I'm not sure what the other one is, but
okay, yeah.
Packaging currently can't sell a 6-pack, which is kind of ridiculous, and so they should definitely pass that one.
Yes, yeah, that one should. We're the last state of all of them. Every state, Indiana, Florida, you name them all. We're the only one that can't sell beer to go from a brewery. So hopefully that gets passed. And to get that done, everybody listening, contact your local representative and local senator and get it in their ear that you want that passed. Because I saw a tweet this morning from one of the distributors, the big guy, or the maybe it's the distribution lobby or some, I forget who it was. But anyway, already starting to come out with their counter whatever.
What possible argument could they have to justify not doing it?
The tweet said that it would be unregulated, like convenience store or a bar, just in a brewery.
Yeah, so that's stupid. That doesn't work.
It is dumb, but that's what they got. So that's the argument they came out of the gate with. I don't know. I think they just have to throw out a random argument and then just throw piles of money. I think that's kind of their strategy.
Yeah.
So
it is definitely worth contacting your representative about, though, because this kind of stuff, the more voices they hear about it, the better. And the craft beer scene in Texas is really doing well right now, and it can go nowhere but up. And we're only going to be able to do that if the people who are passionate about craft beer in Texas help make that push so that people will want to open breweries in Texas and want to have the kind of experience that will bring people in so they can have a good time. So if it's something you care about even a little bit, go ahead and let your representative know so that we can get this kind of stuff through. It's just important.
Yes, and as you guys show, I mean, I hear every once in a while you'll see the argument brought up in like, oh man, we got another new brewery. Is the bubble going to burst or something like that? It's like we haven't even scratched the surface. I mean, when you think about the different ways people are approaching beer, like you guys, it's completely different than say like Live Oak, which is completely different than a Brash, which is completely different than all these. We've got so many different approaches, and even anything that's close together. You and Jester King, somebody could kind of lump you together, but you're still worlds apart. So there's a lot of good beer that needs to be made, and it's being made, and we need more of it, and we need more good people like you guys, and we just need more beer freedom. We don't have enough, Kennedy. We don't have enough.
You don't.
No, we're not even close. Any of that talk about bubbles. The only bubbles you need to talk about are the ones in your beer. You know, Chicago has over 150 breweries. Houston has 50.
Are we up to 50?
About-ish.
Yeah.
Depending on where you draw the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go all the way up to College Station, all the way down to Galveston, and then way out east and west.
Doesn't San Diego have the most breweries per capita?
I think so.
For people?
But I'm just saying, Houston is bigger than Chicago. Hello. Thank you very much. Yes.
It's not bigger than
Yeah, we
Chicago.
are. Yeah,
No.
we passed them.
What? When was this?
Like last year.
You saying Houston has a larger population than Chicago now?
I think so. People are leaving Chicago. They're coming to Houston.
I think
Well.
it covers dirt for sure, but
Yeah, we're bigger, geography-wise, but I think we are. I think our populations are.
Big.
Hold on, somebody else look that up. I'm just gonna go with it. Don't fact check me.
Okay.
yeah. Just say things as if you need it and and then you're no argument.
Yeah, dude, we totally passed Chicago. It was this time last year that we passed them, and we haven't looked back since. It's demographics.
Hold on. I got to address something.
What's that?
Misty just said she's going to Chicago, but she doesn't have time for breweries? What?
Well, throw a rock in Chicago and you'll hit an excellent beer bar or a restaurant that's carrying good beer. Don't go to the brewery, that's fine, but definitely check out the beer scene. There's so many places you can try it.
Yeah,
You need to make some time.
I bet even the airport has a good bar.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, even the airport has a good bar. Kelly, I'm gonna go with that strategy from now on. Just say stuff that I'm.
Man, the airport's got this excellent bar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start saying stuff like I know it's
Yeah.
true. I haven't been to Chicago since I was 9, so I'm sure it hasn't changed at all. Anyway, okay. Well, I think that's good. I think all that's good. Misty, go to get some beers. Get some beers.
Misty drink.
Yeah, please get some beer in Chicago.
Get some beer in Chicago, Misty.
Bring some back. Send it to us.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else we need?
Oh,
to
yeah.
Yeah.
Bring some back for us, Misty.
Anybody else
Even
we
though
need
she lives in
to?
Florida.
Anybody else we need to address? Jeffrey, we said hi to. Jody, hey Jody. Oh, Danny up in Wichita Falls says he gets his hands on some new Braunfels Brewing beer often. Hey Robert from Twisted Acre. John Denman. Everybody knows John Denman, right? Hey John.
Who's John?
Blood John, I believe.
Yeah. John
What's up,
Denman.
John?
Yeah.
Hey.
When you gonna let us back, John?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You come in and you mess the place up one time and then you kicked out for it.
I know.
Hey Omar. Omar's watching. And Andrew.
John's the only keg of our raspberry, blackberry, sour saison that came to Houston. So I think he got it delivered today or yesterday.
Where a drink of
Oh.
ages?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh. Look at that.
Wow.
Hey, Pate, man.
Yeah. When are you gonna invite us back, John?
John Denman's living the life. He's got a radio show. He's got his own bar. He kind of calls his own shots. He gets all the best kegs.
Yeah. He does. He gets all the best kegs.
He does. What does he do? Is he like, they call you up and just like, hey, man, I need some of that. And then.
Really, at the end of the day, he makes the sales process easy because he knows what he likes and he knows what's good beer and isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just send him a text with a description and he's like, nah, I'll pass, or yeah, give me one of those.
Okay.
So quick and easy. So I usually just deal with him directly. I don't even go through my distributor for him.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. John Denman needs to write a book on owning a bar and doing all that stuff. Maybe? All right. We'll see. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up. We'll let you guys get back to.
He needs to write a book about how to grow a sexy beard.
Yeah, he does, man. He's got a good one. All right. Well, we'll wrap it there. Nathan and Kelly, thank you so much for joining us today on the show. We really do appreciate y'all taking time out of your busy schedule and having a beer with us. And thank you for making such delicious beers. And
can we get one more?
What do you mean?
We're sitting at 49.
Oh, one more of the. Should we do it?
Should we stop at 49?
I don't know.
Like on a count of 3, like all the way together.
Yeah. How about that? 1, 2, 3. Pickle fucker. There you go.
All right.
Okay. Anyway. All right, that was good. Count that up. 50. Oh, 50. Does that count as 3?
Well, that was 4. We all 4 said it.
Oh, well, what about the people saying it at home? Or wherever they're at?
Well,
just people randomly walking around at work?
Yeah.
We should get like video cameras and follow everyone.
There's no way to monitor that.
Yeah, send us your pickle fucker. You yelling pickle fucker at the top of your lungs or ordering one.
No, we don't want people to send us that because we won't be getting beer most of the time.
Public will send you. Yeah.
There you go.
Most of those picks won't be beer.
All right. Well, okay. We'll wrap it here. Well, guys, thank y'all, and keep it up. Again, everybody, if you're in the new Braunfels area this weekend, check out the new beer release this weekend and every weekend. Great beers, taproom only beers that you can only get there. A little taste of new Braunfels in your glass, and a little bit of Nathan and Kelly right there in your glass as well. I don't want that.
All right, Ozzy got one.
Did he? Oh, Ozzy got one?
He commented.
Okay, cool.
He caught twice. Damn it.
Cool.
All right.
All right. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all very much.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
There they go. And boom. Look at them. Do we have one more beer?
Yeah, we do.
What do we got?
The new St. Arnold IPA. I haven't tried it yet.
No?
Yeah, I am.
Well, there we go. We should try it. Let's open one. We'll split it.
I'm kind of excited about
this. Okay, this is one I'm a fan of because I tried it first at the the beer garden. This was a beer garden exclusive.
Oh, was it?
Yes, and this is where that's their test room, I guess, or their test platform.
Yeah,
and it's a really brilliant way to see what works and what doesn't. So they had it there, and then everybody loved it so much that they were like, let's just package it up, send it out. So, like, the thing I want to do is I want to get this, I want to get Art Car, and I want to get Alyssa IPA. And those are the 3. I think this is their new year round.
Yeah.
I think they're doing this year round now.
Do they only have 3 IPAs?
I mean, they've got Endeavor, which is a Imperial. And then they've got, some of their other releases that they've done that have been IPAs. Pub Crawl's a pale ale. So, yeah, I guess they have 3 IPAs. But Alyssa's more of an English style, which I love Alyssa. If you can get these, check this out. These pint glasses here, I've been telling you this for years, right?
Yes, I know.
No, not just you. I'm talking about the people watching. These are the Spiegelau IPA glasses. And they are specially designed. One, the shape here, the bowl, to hold and release aroma as you drink. You get a lot of hop aroma. But these ridges here, they release extra hop aroma. And then there's what's it called when it's got the little thing at the bottom here? You can see. I don't know if you can. Let me hold it right up there. You can see how the bubbles come up right off the bottom. Etched. There's an etching at the bottom to help also release more hop aroma. So. These are designed by Sam Calgione and Sierra Nevada. What's his name? King Grossman. They designed this one together, and it's the perfect IPA glass. But Alyssa IPA, like, try that beer and then try it in the glass, and it's just like it opens up to a whole new beer. It's delicious. But this is a good one too.
Here it is.
Go for it. Try it.
There's my first sip. Right here.
Delicioso. Yeah.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah, hand me that can. I haven't even... See, is there any description? I like the can. It's trippy. Right? It's like...
A lot of them are kind of trippy.
Yeah. Citra hopped. Citrodas. There you go. Citra hops. There you go. Delicious.
Love Citra.
Yes. We should probably, before we wrap the show today... One, it's really awesome when we get to have guys like Nathan and Kelly on from New Braunfels. We're going to try to do more guests this year, 2019. I don't know if you've noticed. We've done this our second show, second episode. We've had a guest, right?
Right.
Last episode was Sydney from Southern Yankee. Mm-hmm. Next week, we'll go ahead and announce it now. Jeffrey Stuffings from Jester King is going to be on the show. So throughout the week.
Whoa. We're having Jester King on?
Well, it's not the whole brewery.
But
Jeffrey
from Jester King?
Jeff Stuffings is going to be on, founder of Jester King.
Oh, wow.
You excited?
Yeah.
Well, good.
I'm trying to add a little bit of excitement here.
It sounds like
I knew it.
Sounds like you're calling in sick next week. And so, when
have I ever called in sick?
I think there was one time.
No,
that was me.
Yeah.
Anyway. But anyway, we're going to do more guests. So if you are a brewer, or if you're into the beer, if you're in the beer world, if you do anything at all.
Yeah. You don't necessarily have to be a brewer. Anything in the
No, that's what I'm saying. If you're in the beer
industry.
world, we want to have you on. We don't just have to do it on, via Skype. We can show, if you're in the Houston area, we can, set something up. One thing we've talked about this year, and if anybody has any ideas, I want to open it up because this is y'all's show too. It's not just our show. It's all of ours shows, right?
Yeah.
So if you have ideas for shows, but one thing we're going to do this year, and we've already talked to Mary at Thistle Draft Shop in Spring. Opening day of baseball, I believe, is March 27th, I believe, but the Astros opening day is March 28th. It's a Thursday, and the game is at 3 o'clock. So if it's a Thursday and the game's at 3 o'clock, well, why not do a pre-show? Why not do a pre-game, for the show? So right now we're talking about it. We're going to get all the details put together. Tentatively, I'm going to say it's at Thistle Draft Shop because Mary, she seemed cool. Hopefully we don't do anything in the interim to too much time spent there, too many beers had there, get us kicked out or anything. But that's what we're looking at. We're going to do a Astros opening day. They're in Tampa, so they're not going to be in town. So we're all going to gather, have a show, and then watch the first game of the Astros season this year. So Danny, Jester King is a definite destination brewery. If you haven't been there before, they're constantly adding new things. They're growing fruits and I think they're growing hops and all kinds of stuff out there. And they've got little baby goats running around. Those were there last time. They bought the pizza place there. Kennedy, I don't know. Well, we'll talk about all this next week.
Haven't they had the pizza place for a while?
No, it's been there, but I'm saying that it was owned by somebody else. And so Jester King bought it. So everything out there is now theirs, and they've expanded a lot, and they have the big outdoor seating area, and it's all covered. And yeah, it's just an awesome place to go enjoy some beer, and it's just one of those things where it's like everything just kind of comes together in a beautiful moment.
I went there last March or April.
Yeah,
it's my first time to go to Jester King. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. There's a lot while you're at Jester King, there's a lot to do just in that small area. Just right up the road is the Argus Cidery.
Yeah.
And
Last Stand. Right around the corner, right there across from Argus.
And then
there's more stuff coming out there, too.
Really?
Yeah, I think there's another brewery opening up out there.
Oh.
Somewhere in that general area. Like you take the turn, you go off 290? Mm-hmm. I forget the name of the road. Like you're heading to Dripping Springs before you get...
and then Dripping Springs... There's a few. Yeah.
It's a day. It's one of those places. Just go and stay there for a while. But yeah, Argus is cool if you're into ciders. There's a cool little spot, and then Last Stand's right there, so you might as well hit it all up.
Yeah.
But we'll talk to Jeffrey next week and get see what the plans are for this year, releases, and all the cool stuff they're working on. But back to us. So I'm wearing my Astros shirt, so I'm ready for baseball season. Football's done.
Yeah, I matched the logo today.
I like that. It's a nice shirt. Are those available anywhere, or is that just a Kennedy exclusive?
Well, I'm going through like designs on T-shirts, and these are just one, as we call in the industry, one-offs.
Yes, Twisted X is out there.
Yeah,
absolutely. Awesome.
Suds Monkey is a really cool place too. It's small, but they have some.
We need to get. I wonder how the internet is in those places.
I don't know.
We'll ask Jeffrey. If we'll see where he's at. If he's at home,
yeah,
maybe it's just early. and he, being the owner, you get to do stuff from home. But if he's out at the brewery, that'd be a good sign that it would be.
I mean, there's enough people there.
Well, I'm just saying
that they definitely probably have a decent Wi-Fi.
Do they? I don't know how that works. I mean, I know they do the credit cards and stuff. I guess they do have to have internet.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that place is still. I think it looks rural.
That's a tough word.
But I'm pretty sure they're well wired out there. I think when we were there, somebody was telling us that they're planning on like building apartment complexes right across the street.
Oh,
not like across like the main road, not the road that Jester King's actually on. So yeah, like urban sprawl has like reached almost Jester King now.
Oh,
which is kind of sad. But they have a lot of land out there, and so they're still pretty secluded.
Yeah. No. They bought a lot of land. That's the cool thing about it is they own a lot like around them. So that's cool. But anyway, I say about the baseball opening day watch party. We're going to do. The plan is currently there is I think 5 Thursday day games. Mm-hmm. The first one is against Tampa Bay. So Misty, or anybody that knows any good breweries in the Tampa area, yeah, is Misty in the Tampa area?
No, she's in Orlando.
That's close enough.
It's off Florida.
It's off Florida. It's closer than she is to here.
Yeah.
But if you know of any like good independent craft breweries in the Tampa area, if anybody has been there and knows any, pass them along.
Isn't Cigar City in Tampa?
Are they still independent?
I don't know.
They're in that like conglomerate. I don't know.
Oh.
I would rather.
They're kind of everywhere. I see there.
They are, and they make good beer,
everywhere.
High Lie, and all that good stuff. But if anybody knows of any good, cool little breweries in Tampa that we could have on the show and talk smack to, I don't know who's. I wonder who's opening.
Oh, we could do like a sweet build up all week. We're just talking shit to each other.
Perhaps, yeah.
And then,
of course, you know who Tampa got, right? They got CFM.
Who?
Charlie frickin' Morton.
Who's that?
Jesus.
Is he a pitcher?
Yes.
I knew that.
The Astros World Series. Dude. They won the World Series 2 years ago. The whole thing
I realized this.
Was an amazing journey. You should at least, when they're in the World Series, you should, your hometown team, you should, just for the sake of the show, you should at least watch like 75 seconds of highlights the next day.
I think I did watch highlights when we won.
So much drama.
Yeah.
In that series. Anyway. So, we're planning on doing some, day game watch parties.
I would say the best pre-show you can watch. If you're planning on watching the Astros, anyway, watch the Liquid Lunch pre-show.
Yeah. And I know, let's say we play Pittsburgh. I think we played Tampa twice where we play on a Thursday day game.
Yeah.
I think it's a here and here kind of deal. So maybe we go back and forth with whomever we decide to.
Is Mary going to be willing to let's do all these pregame shows?
Why not? I mean, we don't even have to tell her. We can just,
Yeah, you're right. We'll just show up.
Yeah. And then when she asks us what we're doing in the middle of it, we'll just run.
If she's not there, we'll just say, hey, we got permission.
Yeah, Mary said it was cool.
Mary said it was cool.
Yeah. We'll send some people. Like, everybody go there now. Go to Thistle Draft.
If Jake's there, like, hey, Mary said it's cool.
Yeah. And if Mary's there and Jake's not there, we'll just say, Jake said it's cool.
Jake already gave us permission.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. But if y'all have any other ideas, or if you have designs for T-shirts, send them to Kennedy. Message us. Send us on Facebook or somebody like that, or Instagram. Direct message.
Yeah, see, this one is. I'd hate to give this one away because it's just a big. It's like a big patch.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big kind of almost stick. But I don't know. I've watched it like 10 times and it hasn't started splitting yet. So
there you go.
It's not bad. Anyway, I just went. These are cheap.
What kind of T-shirt is it?
Cotton.
I know, but the brand.
I don't know. I think this might be a Hanes or something.
I forget the brand. That's the. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
So I also had like this one with like the
blue one.
The horizontal logo too.
Okay.
I like this one better.
Red's a good color for you.
Oh, and I like the red, but
contrast your head. I mean, like the color of your hair and your glasses.
Oh, okay.
Like your head's a whole like package deal. It works.
It's an extra large package.
It's like the contrast, your hair and then your glasses and your super pale skin, and then the shirt with the black logo.
Oh, okay.
So it's all like it works. Like the yellow and your skin are similar colors. So it's like you're coordinated. That's all the color.
You mean
coordinated.
like the white border in my skin?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It all works. It all works. And the white in your hair. Like the white border in your hair.
Yeah, okay.
That's nice. It's distinguished. It's good.
Thank you.
It's all good.
What's even white? It's like, oh man, my beard.
Yeah. Do you know?
I kind of want to grow like a whole beard and stuff, but it's all white.
Just do it, man. What does it matter?
It's all white.
Just for men, man. No play for Mr. Gray. You can brush it out.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Maybe we get a sponsorship deal with Just for Men. Right?
You get a lot of work with me.
You don't know. If you do too much, though, it looks weird. You want to get that, brush it in, leave some gray.
Right.
Or you got to go all jet black with your hair and your beard, and that seems like it would be a hassle.
No, I don't want to get to where I have to like.
And where do you stop?
Every time I go to.
Like, do you have hairy shoulders?
No. Like I've got hairy forearms. And hairy legs.
Yeah.
But like almost no back hair.
That's good.
Almost no chest hair.
Yeah. All right. What about south of the border? How are things looking? Everything all right?
Well, if you must know, I'm due for some maintenance. I'll put it that way.
I had an interesting conversation.
No, I'm a little due. Yeah.
I had an interesting conversation with a friend, and he went to get as guys our age, and maybe we're dating ourselves now, but are apt to do like a vasectomy, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you got a ton of kids,
well, or just you don't want any more, right?
Yeah.
So he went and he got the old snipperoo.
Yeah.
And when they do that, you have to clean house. You can't leave there can be no cans in the cupboard at all. It's got to be bare.
Yeah.
And he said when everything grew back, it was all white. And now he's like, and it was just baffled, and he doesn't understand. So, and I get it, but
like Santa down there,
a little bit. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happens there. Anyway. That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say.
All right.
I could say a lot. I could say a lot in this.
Do you have any plans for the weekend?
Yeah, sorta. I have. Well, Sunday, Jules and I are gonna be hanging out, and we'll probably. Actually, I think I'm going. I guess I can say this.
You can say it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to Humble on Sunday, and I need to go to the grain cellar.
Grain cellar.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you mean this episode that's brought to you by the Grain Cellar?
I'm glad you asked me what I'm doing this weekend.
Yeah, Humble's premier homebrew store.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go out here. I need my I got a couple things to ask Preston, brewing related.
Yeah,
and,
like what? What are you planning on brewing?
Well, I don't know yet, but it's more of like purchases.
Okay.
Do you want to know?
I mean, yeah. What are you going to get at the Grain Cellar? Because
Well,
they've got just about everything, but what are you specifically going to get?
Well, so specifically, what is it called?
I don't know.
The Brewer's Edge Boil and Mash. Are you familiar with that?
I don't think so.
It's about $300, and it's like it's full grain.
All grain.
Yeah, all grain.
Is
all,
it
all grain? So you do like the whole boil and mash,
kind of like a Grain Father?
Yeah, it's kind of like a cheaper version of the Grain Father. But it doesn't have the cooling system in it.
Okay.
And it's not like Bluetooth and all that other cool stuff.
Oh, okay.
But it's basically a cheaper version of it, and I got a bunch of Amazon gift cards.
Oh, there you go.
So
Amazon.
Can
you trade?
Huh?
Does he take Amazon gift card?
No, I probably won't be able to buy that particular piece of equipment there.
So why?
But I want his opinion on it.
Oh, so you're going to pick his brain?
Yeah.
Are you going to buy anything from him?
Yeah, I'm still buying. I'm buying supplies. Like I buy 100% of my brewing supplies from Preston at the Grain Cellar.
That is a ringing endorsement for. Not only does he have great equipment, although he doesn't. I don't think he takes Amazon gift cards. I don't. Maybe he'll make a trade.
No. Well, he takes hugs.
Well, he gives hugs. That's the thing. If you go in and say that,
but not only does he give, he takes.
It really is. Can you give a hug without receiving a bit of a hug? It's still flesh on flesh, right?
Well,
body on body.
It's actually not really too much flesh touching flesh when you're giving hugs.
I mean, it's a thin shirt or other.
Yeah, there's a buffer zone.
There is a buffer zone just to keep the all that intimacy in check.
Yeah.
But Anyway, Preston, one of the best hug givers possibly of all time. I don't know, he's up there. But if you go in and say Liquid Lunch sent me, free hugs, and Preston will hug you up.
So yeah, I'm overdue for another batch. So I do need to get my supplies to do another batch.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Oh, and he hasn't had my I've got a Christmas cheer beer for Preston.
Yeah.
So I saved one to drink with him to get his opinion, and then I giving him a late Christmas present.
Yeah.
One of the good-looking bottles.
Okay.
And then that is all my Christmas cheer beer. I didn't get to save any of that stuff.
Leo just jumped on. Big shout out to Leo. How you doing?
So also Saturday or Sunday when we're over there, I think we're going to go hit up Ingenious Brewing.
Yeah?
Julie and I like to go to breweries.
Yeah.
That's why she's awesome.
You said Ingenious.
Yeah.
In Humble.
Yeah, Ingenious. Well,
also watch for, I don't know, they're getting real close, Megaton.
Oh,
they're getting close. And of course, I stopped by Hop Stop.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell Rick that I sent you.
And then if I have time, so we're going and doing like a board game night.
Yeah.
A lot of people are off Monday. So Sunday we're allowed to stay up late.
Yeah.
So we're going to do like a board game night at a friend's house.
Okay.
And
you going to take any beer?
Of course.
What are you going to take?
I don't know yet.
What have you been in the mood for?
Oh, I'll be able to, I don't know. I think maybe if I go to Ingenious, I'll like pick up some crowlers there.
I tell you what, Ingenious and Spindle Tap, speaking of Leo, hey Leo, innovative and putting out some of the hottest stuff.
Yeah, they have some really interesting beers at Ingenious.
Yes, so it's
definitely not your normal stuff.
No, and the toppers and the fruited sours and the fruited, everything, the stouts.
Oh, they have this. Last time I went, I got a crowler. I think I brought it on the show. The Snickerdoodle, I believe, a pale ale.
Yeah.
Oh man. Whew.
Yeah, and a great tap room too. So, just watch those cameras. Watch the Humble stoplight cameras.
Oh yeah.
So,
like I said, every time I mention Humble, like, don't speed in that town.
Yeah, but drive as fast as you can lawfully and get over to the grain cellar. Mm-hmm. And new year, new beer.
So, so my friends that were doing the board game night at Living Spring.
Okay.
So I think maybe if we have time on the way, maybe after Ingenious on the way to Spring, we might stop by Back Pew if I have time.
Back Pew would be good if you need a snack.
Yeah.
Probably food trucks at any of these
like
places.
Snack Pew.
Well, yeah, maybe. Sure, they probably will have a food truck. I don't know specifically off the top of my head what they'll have. But
I love Back Pew.
Back Pew's great.
Yeah.
But, if you're in Spring, though, Thistle and those truffle fries.
Yeah.
Is there anything better?
Man, I don't think it's still on their menu, but they used to have the octopus tostadas.
Yeah.
I wish they would bring that back. If they,
I don't know. I may be there. I think I saw it. I think I saw something with octopus in it.
Man, when I go over there, sometimes Mary hooks me up with some of the stuff.
The off-menu stuff?
The off-menu stuff.
Yeah.
Like probably the best beef jerky I've ever had.
Really? From where? Did they make it themselves?
Her cook
What?
made it, and it was just like stuck in the back.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the cool thing. You can watch the kitchen staff do all that, and it's pretty remarkable. They have a pretty cool kitchen setup and everything. So anyway, anything else we need to speak on, talk about, give light to before we get out? We talked about the grain cellar.
Yeah.
We talked about Craft Pack and the legislation that's going on. There's a Senate bill and a House bill. They're co-sponsored by both parties.
Right.
Hopefully, we can get things right here in Texas and not be the only state that doesn't allow breweries to take beer to go.
Now this just hold on. Let me change. Let me get off the grain cellar.
Okay.
So this currently you can buy beer to go from brew pubs.
Yes. Packaged beer to go.
Just not production breweries.
Right.
The ones that
like a St. Arnold.
Yeah, the ones that produce over what's the cutoff? It's like 200,000 barrels.
No. It's like 20,000.
Oh,
25,000. It's more than most breweries do per year.
Yeah.
production-wise, because you got to think most of the breweries that you go to are somewhere in that 10 to 30 barrel brew house range.
Yeah.
Okay, so production-wise, and so I think, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe most people don't approach that threshold at the stature that they're at now. But why have a limit?
Yeah, so it's interesting we're bringing this up because last Sunday, Julie and I went to No Label. She's never been there.
Really? All right, cool.
Yeah, and they've downgraded from like production brewery to brew house.
Brew pub.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So
So
that
I
they
w-
could sell packaged beer to go.
So that's what I did, and then later on we went over to a buddy of mine's house for a little barbecue.
You took a 6-pack with you or two?
I did. I bought a 6-pack and I bought a crowler.
What'd you get?
I got the crowler was the blonde. So I got it. My buddy doesn't. He's not really
Sure.
like entry level craft beer.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get him off the Miller Lights. So they have a blonde ale called the Hit King.
Oh, yeah, the Pete Rose beer. You know who Pete Rose is, right?
I do know who Pete Rose is. Yes.
He played baseball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he got kicked out of baseball for gambling.
Right. He can't be in the Hall of Fame, even though he has the most hits in the history of baseball.
Yeah, well, he gambled.
He gambled on baseball, I think, was the biggest thing. And
Yeah.
he gambled on the team that he was managing.
Yes.
Was the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's kind of a conflict.
I mean, he always bet that they would win. At least that's what he said, allegedly.
Oh,
But we don't know.
did he?
That's the thing. That's the thing. We don't know.
Yeah. So that hit, and then I brought their 1980 Kolsch. So I got kind of some beer for like non-craft beer drink. The one conversion beers is what I call them.
Gateway beers.
Gateway beers. Yeah. So I bought a bunch of, but that Hit King.
Yeah.
That blonde ale was really good.
It is good. They
Wow.
have great beers at No Label.
They had knocked that one out of the park.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it was fun. We had a dog with us.
Well, you can do that at No Label.
Yeah, so we had a dog. So she's never been to No Labels. That's where
What kind of dog? Big dog, small dog? Medium-sized dog? Small.
It was a small dog.
Okay.
It was a small. It's
No Label's great because it's a relaxed environment. There's a lot of outdoor area for the kids to run around, especially they have a playground.
yeah.
Yeah, because Brian and Jennifer have the small fellas, and it's a great one for the small kiddos. I'm talking about like anywhere from a year to 4 year, 5, 6.
Oh yeah, their kids run all over.
Yeah. If you want to,
Not getting in your way. They have like a little area.
well, see that sounds that to me. Okay, here you go, and this is important.
There's a little playground out there.
That's what I just said. You remember me mentioning that like
No.
7 seconds ago? You got to meet people where they're at, right? You're a curmudgeonly old single guy with no kids, and so kids annoy you.
I'm going to say this right now, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm not single.
Okay, but you're not married. You're not like a.
I'm not married,
You don't have
but
7 kids.
I'm
A
not
brood of
married.
kids. You don't drive a minivan like I do.
No.
Okay. We're in different places, right? I have a
Yes.
minivan that has just the door opens and crumbs and crayons fall out of the door.
Uh-huh.
That's where I'm at in life. And No Label can cater to both. Delicious food, great beer, but cool places for the family, and a place for people like such as yourself that
And yeah, really good beer.
and dog friendly and really good beer.
yeah.
So and out in Katy, just a relaxed deal, not off the beaten path, but you're on I-10, but it's over, off of First Street, and it's just a great place to hang out.
Yeah. So Julie, her go-to are like ambers and reds, and sometimes it's kind of hard to find those styles. Not every place has them.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but No Label does.
Yeah.
Yeah, got Ridgeback.
Yeah.
What's the red ale? They have the Brew of H.
Yeah.
Was Brew of H available?
Brew of H was not available.
Okay.
That day, but
Is that seasonal? I guess I don't.
I don't know.
It's hard to keep up anymore. I used to be able to knock all that stuff out. There's either too many beer. There's too many beers on the market, or too many beers in me. Either way.
They have video games out there now too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
Are the bathrooms
they got
done?
a few.
The bathrooms.
I didn't go, which is amazing.
They were
Now I
working
think
on them
about it.
last time I was there.
I think the bathrooms are done.
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit since I've been out there. So
Yeah. I've got an iron bladder.
yeah, but you don't have to have one. That's the cool thing about it.
No, you
But
don't.
anyway, all
No,
right.
yeah, I'm glad that I remember back in the day when all they had were the porta potties.
Yeah,
Now we got bathrooms.
yeah.
It's nice. It's nice.
Yep. So plenty of great places to go have beer this weekend. I'm actually on Saturday. We're driving up to Dallas for the day. We're in the full.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
There's a gymnastic tournament.
Gymnastics competition. Yes. So we got to leave early in the morning. We're going to go up and do our competition and drive back in one day.
What part of Dallas?
I'm not even sure.
Okay.
Actually.
You going to go get a burrito while you're up there?
Maybe for lunch or something. We'll see. It's going to be a lot of driving.
There's a lot up there, so.
There is, and I believe we'll be. I think I've mapped it out. I think we'll be close to something. I'll tweet it out. So that's what we're going to do on Saturday, and then Sunday. Sunday will be close to home, so I don't know. We may do, depending on the weather. What's the weather supposed to be like this weekend? Do we know?
I don't know.
Hold on, let's check weather forecast for the weekend. Your Liquid Lunch weather.
So you'll be close to home
at the 15 and 45s if you're staying home in the Cypress Share, Great Cypress Share. It looks like sunny with a high of 54 degrees.
Oh, you've got options.
Yeah, we got options. It'll be good fire pit weather for this weekend in the Cypress area, Cypress, Greater Houston area. Good fire pit weather, low wind, but you want to do that one earlier. You don't want to do it as it gets colder. It's going to be a low of 36, so a little cold on the back end for that fire pit weather. So if you're going to do fire pit weather this weekend on Sunday, you want to do that around 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock optimum fire pit time this Sunday in the Houston area. Me? What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing right now?
Weather report.
Oh.
We're trying to be an in-the-moment show.
Oh.
That's what I want this to be. I want this to be people's go-to show for weather and beer info.
Oh, so now we're getting into the weather business.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you want to know whether or not you want to have a beer.
Well, we need the green screen. So we can properly do weather.
Yeah, Saturday is going to be windy. Gusts of wind. And rainy on Friday. But, how are we looking around the rest of the state? Hold on. Here we go. Round Rock area, windy on Saturday. Again, sunny. On Sunday, that's the Austin area. Fort Worth, again, sunny. High of 52. Where else are we at? Down on the coast. Actually, cooler on Sunday on the coast than up here in the Houston area. And that's all I got. I should have added more places on my old phone there. But it looks like from North Texas down to the coast and out through Austin, through the hill country, your prime fire pit weather for this Sunday, I'm going to say 3 p.m. So if you can get the TV outside or whatever, maybe watch some football, maybe have a great beer in your hand, cook some meats.
I'm going to say this weekend's going to be a porter type of weekend.
I could go that. I could definitely go that direction.
Porter stout, something like that.
Maybe like a brown, like a English brown ale or a wee heavy.
Yeah.
Maybe even like a old ale weekend at night.
I just realized something.
What's that?
I'm upset with myself.
Why is that?
I need a checklist.
Why? What'd you do? What'd you miss?
Starting next week, I need to do a checklist.
What'd you miss?
So.
Do we want to talk about this? Is this something we should do like in the after show meeting?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. We don't have to let everybody see everything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's wrap it there because, I don't know. Thanks to everybody that watched on Periscope today. Hold on. Let me see how many people we had. I can't even see. Oh, here we go. Oh, you got the date right.
Yeah, I did all that.
We had like 15 people watching just on Periscope.
Yeah.
We don't monitor that one as much. That's another goal. Monitor Periscope, so any comments we can comment back to. Everybody watching on YouTube, Facebook, and were we on Twitch today?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, and all y'all watching on Twitch as well.
Yeah, my the counter took a lot of my energy today.
Oh, how many pickle fuckers did we get there?
Oh, dude.
Was it a bunch?
Yeah, we're up.
Was it over 50?
We're at
58.
We're at 58 now.
Woo, that's a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I was worried about if we were going to get over 100.
Oh, were you? Oh, because you can't go to 3 digits?
Yeah.
Is it not set up? It's like Y2K?
I mean, I could go to...
Is it like Y2K? No, don't worry about it. It's fine. We don't...
That's what 100 would look like.
So it's a little out of frame.
Yeah, it gets out of the borders.
All right, that's fine. It's 58. 58's solid, especially, for a...
I mean, we would have been banned from any kind of network programming with
But we didn't... It's not a curse word. It's FKR.
Yeah, but there were a few times when we weren't talking about the beer.
But we're always thinking about it.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, thanks to everybody for watching today on whatever channel you happen to be watching on or listening later on here on the podcast. Hey, shout out Sylvia. Her show tonight, Galactic Coast Power Hour. Check that out tonight, this evening. They do their streaming show as well. So a little more, if you can't get enough beer talk here, a little more there. So check out the Galactic Coast Power Hour. Thanks to the Grain Cellar and Preston. Also thanks to Barbacoa Apparel. All your the great fashions from Barbacoa Apparel. That's not it. The exclusive HEB stylings coming soon. So be on the lookout for that. That is super soon. That was actually what I think Catherine was part of. That was not just all running from the cops. Part of that was her going to do some of this. So hopefully we have Catherine back next week, and we'll have Jeffrey Stuffings on from Jester King Brewery. Big thanks to Kelly and Nathan from New Braunfels Brewing Company in New Braunfels, not to be confused with Old Braunfels, the newest of Braunfels. And we just really did enjoy having them on. That was really cool. I love having people here in Texas and beyond on our show. Show a little love and our appreciation for great beers. Thanks to St. Arnold for making Citrotos IPA. It's a delicious beer. Thanks to my wife for drinking most of mine. You can't bring an IPA into this house and expect it to be there when I get back. That's
You gotta hide it.
That's my wife.
You gotta hide it.
That's the old routine we go through. She
Look,
loves
this is
that.
what you do.
Yeah.
You pull out the drawer of the crisper, right?
Yeah.
Put the beer behind the drawer, and then close the drawer. She won't notice.
Okay, that's a thought. No, I'm not going to hide it from her. I just buy one extra one, stash it in one of my other refrigerators. Yeah. All right, big thanks to everybody for watching on whatever platform, and we will see you back again here next week. Kennedy, great job today.
Josh, you even better job on your part.
Hey, thanks. And check out the latest episode of Interbrews with Rain Mosher, and more to come, and more Liquid Lunch here next week. Jeff Stuffings and you. Bye-bye, everybody.
For beer.
Woo!